Disclaimer. This is a topic that goes way deep in the depth I'm diving into in this video. This video is not a breakdown of Chicago Atlanta gang politics. In this video, my plans take an overall look at Rag Baby's life and legacy, commenting on what I feel could have led him into getting involved in street politics, and explaining how I feel Rag Baby is Atlanta's newest R&B heartthrob / crash out, who combines both the grit of Chicago and the melodies of Atlanta trap to be the peak artist in the Atlanta drill scene. Thanks! I hope you enjoy. Brian Bedford, better known by his stage name, Rag Baby, is a fast-rising melodic hip-hop artist coming from the two cities that are arguably the trailblazers of modern rap culture. Those cities, of course, being Chicago and Atlanta. Rag Baby would take styles and cadences from both cities and mesh it over underground Atlanta instrumentals, making damn near the best music to be dropping this year in the city, in my humble opinion. This is the story of Atlanta's upcoming heartthrob and crash out, Rag Baby. Originally born on the southwest of Chicago, Rag Baby would move around a lot as a kid, going from Chicago to LA at 7, and then eventually settling down in Atlanta when he was around 10. Atlanta and Chicago being the two main influences that would inform how a young Brian would turn out as he was older. If you were just going by accent, you would think this motherfucker was born and raised in Atlanta, but when you listen to his music, you get touches of both Chicago and a little bit of LA. Mostly Chicago though, in the words and slang he uses. It's genuinely a pretty good mix of cultures if you view it like that. Since Rag Baby was young, he had been into all things showbiz related, mostly off of his mom. His mom was really interested in pushing Brian Young into acting and appearing in music videos. Music being what Brian would eventually gravitate towards, R&B and soulful music specifically at first. Though he was also said to dabble in Chicago drill and other SoundCloud type experimental arts as well. Rag Baby's childhood wasn't all sunshine and rainbows, however. Seeing that he grew up in a not so financially stable of places, West Inglewood in Chicago and Zone 1 in Atlanta, Rag Baby will be exposed to gang activity and other little petty shit at a very early age. Though bro said he used to dance and shit in Chicago as a kid, so he seemingly had more of a childhood than many other artists that I've covered. Not saying he didn't see shit, but at least he wasn't in this shit very early. When Rag Baby would go on to jump off the porch, he'd do so in Atlanta, joining a Fam Gloom subset that goes by 952 or K for K, aka Kill for Caden, a fallen 952 member. This, however, does not stop Rag Baby from showing love to his dad's old Chicago block, 69th Street, as he still wears the jewelry and shouts them out in music to this day. Rag Baby's stage name is actually a play on him being from Chicago, as his Atlanta friends would often call him 952 Lil Rag when he started gangbanging, off of Chicago's nickname, Chirac. Rag even using that as his original drill name before switching to his stage name that we know today, Rag Baby. Most likely to dodge the 952 Rico they hit around the same time, if I'm guessing. As I mentioned earlier, Rag Baby got into music more heavily when he moved to Atlanta, he himself having friends like 952 Lil Big and Anti Menace, who was going up in Atlanta drill scene way before Rag even wanted to jump into making music. The first track Rag Baby would ever put out would be the July 6th, 2021 track, Hen Dog. And from the beginning, bro was snapping. Dude was deadass a little teenager making melodic hits. This first video getting a nice 20,000 strong views. Going off the back of this song and a few others, Rag would even go on to feature with my favorite Georgia artist in 2022. That artist being Augusta's own, Rakim, on Rag's song, Slime Nose. Two of the best melodic artists out of Georgia on the same beat. This shit is in my ear right now as we speak. That's how much I fuck with it. The Rakim feature aside, the first biggest track that I could see featuring Rag would be Anti Menace's July 1st, 2022 track, Life Been Lit. This song would play into all of Rag Baby's strengths, being a more somber, melodic relationship type track, with Rag showing off his prowess at melodic rap the entire time. It's sitting strong at a nice 70,000 views, but of course it is, it's Anti Menace. The next song that Rag would go on to put out on that 952 channel was be the one that personally put me onto the whole 952 collective, and probably has my favorite beat out of any of Rag Baby's early music. That song, of course, being Gun Sounds, featuring 952 Lil Big. The somber, beautiful piano mixed with the droning bass sense meshes really well with the Atlanta drill lyrics. I still go back to this song pretty often, I'm not gonna lie. This track's got a pretty well-deserved 420,000 views. Given that this is Rag Baby's second track on the 952 label YouTube channel, this is really good number-wise. especially given the other ones are like 20k, 70k, 90k. Bro is steadily growing at an alarming rate. The first solo track that Rack would end up putting out on this YouTube channel would be the August 26th, 2022 track, Overdose, in brackets, Slide In. This song will show Lil Rack's proficiency with switching flows, and honestly, I can't say enough how good this motherfucker is, especially with how early on in this career he is. It's almost as if his unique upbringing is making him a musical savant. Everything that he touches is fire. On February 13th, 2023, Rack Baby will go on to put out a track that will be in my rotation for the next year straight. That track being Bad Influence. This song is the most high-energy melodic track I've ever heard. A nice, silky, almost Halo ODST-esque piano and violin sample leads into a fast drum pattern and a nice melodic flow. If you haven't listened to this song before, definitely go check it out. I'm a fan, so I'm biased as fuck, but this shit is hard as hell, bro. I can't stop glazing. It would be around this time when 952 Lil Rack would take the 952 out of his name and just go by Rack Baby musically. Now this wasn't a put-off situation as some motherfuckers on the Reddit think. I just believe that Rack Baby wanted to clean up his image a little bit for the music industry and deviate from the strictly drill musical content that he was making up to this point. That mixed with the 952 Rico might have been enough to prompt the name change in and of itself. The first track that Rack would go on to release that would break 1 million views would be the August 24th, 2023 track, Automatic. This song has a jazzy saxophone sample mixed with a really nice consistent rising and dipping bass line. And when you add that to bro's voice and his flow, that shit is smooth as silk in how it sounds. This whole video is gonna come off as me glazing dude's music, but I truly fuck with everything he puts out, I can't cap. Melodic drill is my niche, apparently I'm not alone. This track is sitting at a nice 3.2 million views, and bro, it deserves way more. From this point on, Rack Baby will be on a roll, releasing music video after music video, all reaching well over 1 million views each. Songs like Did It Again, I Miss Lil Hot, Dead Bodies and More Maggots, and Man of the Year getting 1.1 million, 2.5 million, 4.1 million, and 1.3 million respectively. With these numbers, Rack Baby might be the most consistently big artist in both Chicago and Atlanta, but I think it's because he plays into his female audience way more than other drill motherfuckers do. As a direct example of this, take the song My Bitch. So romantic. This song is sitting at a nice 4.6 million views, and it's basically a trap love anthem, but a very, very hood one. Bro was talking about slapping bitches in this shit, but I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I don't think the girls really care what you talk about so long as you're melodic. You can rap about whatever you want if I'm being real. If you want to dip your toe into Rack Baby's catalog, I'd recommend listening to his newest album, More Spill, as it has some of the more well-produced music in his library, and it's probably a good showing of all his music up until this point. His viral 4 shooters only from the block performance song, Belt Boys, comes off this album. So if you're from TikTok and you like that, you're probably gonna like this album if I'm being real. Before I dip out, I'd like to defend Rack Baby's street credibility right quick, as some Redditors I saw claim bro is pussy for literally no fucking reason. Seeing that a lot of Rack's fan base is female, motherfuckers forget he came from Atlanta drill and is willing to get active wherever, whenever. There are videos of Rack Baby stretching back to middle school of him getting into fistfights, and there's even a video of Rack Baby getting shot in a convenience store and firing back a full clip at his attackers. Motherfuckers who think he ain't on shit because he makes melodic music is on dick, and no one can tell me otherwise. Though, to be fair, there are claims that Rack Baby's chains got snatched, and dude was getting bullied in school or jail. Though there ain't been really hella proof of that, so it's just hearsay. The store shootout and them fights on camera though, those are on camera. He definitely did that shit and he stands on business. Whenever the time comes for it, he's on his shit. Tell me I'm lying. With all that being said, I don't want Rack Baby to fall back into street activities off trying to prove himself to nobodies online. I'd much prefer him to separate himself from all the bullshit and stick to making spectacular music that he's been doing for so long. If you like this video, please be sure to like, comment what y'all trying to see next, and subscribe with the bell to see all my future uploads. If I got anything wrong, do let me know and I'll put it in the description or I'll put it in my next video. Next week will most likely be a video on Lil Chop, as recommended by one of y'all. And that video should be on time next Wednesday at 3 p.m. But if it ain't, it's because I'm out of town in Florida for a few days and my schedule could get a bit fucky. Video should be on time though. With all that out the way, peace out, chill out.
Fight for the future.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part too.
They're doing their part.
Yes, he went to 7. Oh, DD. Oh, what it is? Oh, DD. What it is?